How would you approach somebody talking about you show interest in them? How would you do that, Levi?
I mean, I wouldn't like go up to him immediately, and I just do certain things that's clearly obvious. I start trying to make small talk, and I'll occasionally try to steer the conversation into a certain way. Sometimes women like to string dudes along.
Those are girls who like attention, that purposely string dudes along and then be like, oh, I just want to be friends. They love being able to say, oh, yeah, all the guys want me. All guys are always trying. Like,
But
they
that's
love
attention
bragging
seeking.
about attention.
The way boys avoid that shit is by not giving them any free attention. And if they ain't fucking with you, don't fuck with them. We don't need no girls as no
Yeah,
friends.
we sharing energy all 2021 and beyond.
We want you to apply pressure, like show us that, like
I
for real, for
mean,
real.
the
But
only
you don't
girls
have
I
time for
know
that.
that do that are still the ones that are young and still growing. As far as any older girls, they're not gonna play dumb. It's either they gonna notice it and they gonna return it, or they gonna notice it and they gonna ignore it.
Okay, but here's the problem. The only
Period.
reason I have a problem with what Leah said is that that's called wasting somebody's time for an ego boost. Not returning any energy just for the sole purpose of saying that, oh yeah, he would do all this just for me. That sounds like wasting somebody's time for an ego boost. That's not
Yeah, I
healthy.
understand. She's still like learning herself. She's still growing, so you can't judge her for that.
Oh,
You can't. She's still young. You're 19, right? Am I correct? You're 19.
yes,
Yeah.
I'm
She
19.
okay. I'm not talking to you, A. Shut the fuck up. I'm talking to her. Your name
Damn,
Leah?
don't be me.
You were you were talking directly to me, then asked how old are you? I'm gonna think you're
I
talking to me,
said
Princess.
Leah.
You
hear
did
it. I
it.
did not hear Leah.
Bro,
Either
I'm
way,
gonna record this
either way, the excuse of oh she's discovering someone who she wants to be as a person
No,
is like the corniest
understand this.
excuse ever.
I'm not throwing no shade, but girls her age are basically basing everything off of social media. You know, that social
Uh,
media relationship.
I don't really be on social media like that. I probably be in here with y'all. But
Okay,
I'm
so then
not
what's the
saying.
excuse? What's the
I'm
excuse this
saying
time? Because
girls
we're
your
talking about
age.
Leah.
Girls your age.
Why you trying to
yeah,
antagonize?
No. Because we're talking about like girls her age, but we're not talking about girls her age. We're talking specifically about Leah. I said a problem with what I have. What is
Oh,
her
well,
method?
maybe she has high standards. You know, a lot of people have standards. Ace.
And
Not
you wonder
everybody
why she's
settles.
lonely. No, anyway.
Not everybody settles.
What you think
I'm
about
just
this, Jeff?
saying. I'm
How you
just
know
saying.
how you know she lonely?
I mean, the fact that she's still talking about men like this. So basically, what you're saying is a facade, and she's two faced. That's not
No,
healthy
it's not
either.
Two Face. Put it
no.
like this.
It is two faced, and you're
It's
saying
not.
that's not the real her.
Ace, put it like this. She don't know you like that to be giving you all of her, all the real her. You gonna get pieces.
I'm not saying I know the real her. Number one, and number two. All right, let me put this.
Oh, you know
Let me
the
put
real.
that. Let me put this in your perspective, right? Like I'm only talking about this just because I can, right? If I sat up right here and I said I was stringing a girl along, playing with her emotions, and basically leading her on all the time, that would be called toxic masculinity. But when Leah does it, it's her discovering herself and who she wants to be as a person. You don't see the double standard there?
Oh, I didn't hear her say she was leading people on. Nah, I didn't come in there when I heard that. But
Wait,
Yeah,
hold up.
now it's obviously not stringing her along, but that's basically what you're doing. Not maybe the intent, but you are stringing them along when you're only doing it, where you're basically wasting their time just for a small
wait, let
ego
her
boost.
explain though. Like, did she mean like she leads them on, or does she just?
Well,
No,
her exact
it's
words is that when I know someone is interested in me, what I want to know is how far they will go to
or
show that
what
they
they
are
want to bring
interested
to
in
the
me.
table, something like that.
Yeah, it's something they bring to the table. The problem is
Basically,
that's
And
literally
why are
wasting
we
the time
having
for
this
an ego
conversation?
boost. How about just being a normal person and just asking?
Why don't we just come off and say that? Because if we do be straightforward with y'all, you be like, oh, why you being so aggressive? Why y'all think that we always aggressive when we trying to like speak the truth?
I don't know
Princess.
what kind of
Wait,
relationships you
Princess, I have
have,
a
but if you think
question.
that every dude is gonna sit here and be like, "Why are you being so forward
Oh
aggressive?" You have
God.
not been dating long enough.
I think a good question to ask would be, how come girls rarely shoot their shot?
I will. I can't speak for every other girl, but I actually will shoot my shot first.
Uh,
Assuming a lot of girls, other girls besides me, would that don't do that is because they want the guy to make the first move.
Seen a girl shoot their shot first, unless it was a dude that looked light skinned, looked like Leviticus, robbed stores, and
That's a
don't
lie.
got no money. What?
Okay,
yo, Princess, shut the hell up.
I'm sorry.
explanation, do not stroll Levi dick or
I'm
his ego.
sorry.
Please do not.
I ain't hear no lie.
Bruh.
Continue.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
No,
But go ahead.
let him continue. Let him continue.
It
Don't
ain't- it ain't-
do not stroke this man Levi's
Please
ego.
don't. That's
He
a lie. No
already is
lie.
inflated as it is.
Now,
No, let the
Now,
young child
okay, hold on.
continue.
Ace, I like
Hold on.
that. Ace, I like that catchphrase.
Let's go through all the points there because Princess had a lot to say and there was a lot.
No,
of
Ace. Let the young child continue.
no, that's not because you just feeling good about yourself.
Levi, shut up. Another point I wanted to go across was the idea of, well, I just want to learn the guy's intentions, so I'll sit here and do various things, such as try to figure out how far he'll go to show me that he's interested or something like that. See, that's the problem there. You do realize that at that point you're wasting a lot of men's time, and you wonder why some men aren't interested because they don't want to sit here and only be used as a way to see, oh, how far he'll go for me, and you wonder why some men have learned to just move on because they're fish. Hold on. You told me not to interrupt you. Now hold on, let me finish.
My bad.
All right, Jesus. Now,
My fault, original gangster.
no, as I was saying, like this is the problem, right? Women, instead of just they're playing by their own admission, you're playing a mind game instead of just doing various things. You keep doing the same thing over and over, sitting here playing a mind games, trying to see how far they'll go for you, what they'll do for you, show how they're interested. Instead of just keeping things simple, you're making things more complicated when you basically already have a solution. They're interested enough to show you some form of affection, various forms of affection. So why are you sitting here playing mind games and essentially, to some men, wasting their time?
So you said, why don't we just simply ask? I'm like, why do we need to ask when you can just show us?
Well, okay, I beg your pardon.
I'm gonna walk home after that one.
Okay, yeah. Princess, here's how I know that what you said before was kept saying that. Hold on.
This man's just disassembling it.
Hold on. So, Princess, but I'm like 90% sure because unlike Jai, I actually have a good memory. That
You won already, man.
it's not about me winning. I actually want to learn other people's perspective. That's why I'm even talking about this.
She
Donut.
gave her
No,
respect
no,
if you saying she can't answer the question. Like what?
yeah,
Exactly,
I learned that
it's
she has
gonna-
no idea what she's talking about. I'm glad
What
I
are
do.
you
So now I don't know
talking
what
about?
What the heck is this turn?
I'm talking
What
about.
the fuck?
See, that's crazy. These people just sit over here yelling at me for like 5 minutes about interrupting, and here they go doing
Because
the exact same
Ace,
thing.
what you're saying is bullshit, and nobody wants to hear
I will
it.
not be interrupted by someone that has no idea what they're talking about.
I do though, and everybody's agreeing
Jesus
with me.
Christ.
Everybody
nobody's
is
gonna agree
Who is
with someone that
agreeing
you
with
said they have
you?
no one's gonna
This
agree
is
with
not
someone
a
that by
right
their
or
own
wrong
admission have no
argument
idea what
going
they're
down
talking about. You
here.
just
There's
said
no right or wrong to this.
This is not a right or
number
wrong
two.
argument.
No, here's where you're wrong about that logic. Because by what Princess said, right?
This man is
Princess
proving
just
to me that
said
I'm
that
wrong
hey,
and right.
there's a reasons why women don't want to go forward. And
I did not say that. I
hold
made
on,
an
my bad. Let me correct
assumption.
myself. Why Leah wouldn't go forward? Does that satisfy you? Now, as I was trying to say
I
before.
cannot
Wait,
really answer that. I made an
All right.
assumption.
I'm
You
talking
said
about
I
different
wouldn't go
points.
for
Stop
it.
going on that one.
I
Now,
actually would.
first thing I asked you was, hey, why don't you just talk to people? And you just said, hey, it's because I don't want to be seen as easy. So which is it, woman?
No,
Which is
I
it?
said,
Do you want to go
I have a
forward or are you
question.
not forward?
I have a question.
Why is it that every
I
single
got a
time I ask
question.
you something, it's either
It's
I
'cause
do want to
if
do it,
you
or
take
whenever
one
I
piece,
ask you or I
Who's
clarify
winning
something,
the argument?
you take one
it's
piece
not
of what
about
we
winning
saying
the
and
argument,
you'll
Fritz.
twist it to make it seem like it's something
No,
else.
It's
like
not
Luke.
twisting anything. It's
He
I'm
just
saying
like
exactly what you're
he like
saying.
attacks you back with like all these counter
I'm trying to
Oh,
arguments.
figure out.
it's a personal attack because
Wait,
I
It
want
do
to
you all
understand.
you it's not personal, but you always attacking somebody like when they say something, you gotta like that's cap, that's BS. I'm not no like bruh.
Because I can't call it a contradiction of what she said. That's attacking her.
What do you know?
Apparently you
This is
her
can't.
not a
own
right or wrong argument for
opinion.
It's
contradiction.
not
It's her
I'm not
own
saying it's a right or
opinion.
whenever I ever said this is a right or wrong
No.
argument.
So essentially,
I'll
what
say,
I'm hearing.
hold on. I think you know what I think it is? It's the fact that you said when I say, hey, here's how I know this part is capped. That part doesn't mean the entire thing. This isn't about winning or losing. This is about getting more knowledge and education.
It's
That's what
how
that
you're
debate
getting
is.
more knowledge as soon as she speaks on
It's
her
not a
perspective or
debate.
her opinion on something. You come back like, how you gonna say this? How you gonna say that? That's her opinion, her
Oh, see,
perspective. Like,
so it's more tone policing. That's the problem.
Hold on,
So
hold on.
you
Ace,
won't-
Ace, Ace, Ace,
you won't-
Ace.
hold on,
What I'm hearing,
hold on, Elijah. Hold on, Elijah. So maybe would it help you if I put it in a way that doesn't hurt your damn feelings?
Oh
Would that
my
help you?
God.
you're not hurting nobody's feelings. Let
So
her
then
have
why
her
do you
own
care?
opinions,
Nobody's
perspective.
Like, make this make sense. So it's a personal. Wait, sorry. Let me not. You didn't say personal. It's an attack on you, but you're not hurt by it. So
I
I'm not
didn't say
attacking.
I never say you was attacking me. I say your arguments is like you're
It's
attacking.
actually doing no
It's like you're
damage.
attacking the argument. You're not attacking
You
me.
have to listen to the words she's saying, Ace, and not just assume that's what she's saying.
Y'all are
Ace
not
is
winning in
killing
a fight
y'all.
with Ace.
Ace is
Saying you're
killing y'all, bro.
Me and John did this about a TikTok for like 2 hours. It's not
I
going
literally
anywhere.
am saying the exact words you're saying. What do you mean assuming anything? These are your own words.
Put like
Like,
this.
Let
Don't
me throw
change your
this in.
story now. Don't
Let me
change your
throw let me
story.
What
throw
is
this
this
in. Let me throw
quiet
this
as
in.
hell in
fail
the
to understand these
background?
people.
Oh,
So
dear.
I'm not attacking them, but they're hurt by something, but I'm not attacking them. So I say, okay, I'll put it in a way that's nicer to you. Now I'm not attacking you, but I do need to watch what I'm saying because I'm making assumptions, but somehow I'm making an assumption by quoting what you're saying.
What is this guy talking?
Like I don't understand your logic here. That
But
makes
you're
sense to me.
not trying to understand anything, is what I'm saying. As soon as me or Leah say something, here you come is, so what you're saying is that basically you want to lead him on and waste his, like, no, that's not what this is about, Ace. This was Levi getting our opinion, two girls, opinion and perspective to a certain question he had. He wanted to see what we had to say and what we think, not what Ace thought, not what Ace had an opinion
But
of,
Ace is a
not what
woman.
Ace.
You ask me questions all the time during this.
But I never asked you
So
questions.
nobody asked me a question at all. Nobody.
I
No,
want a
no,
Weezy's
we
picture.
No,
No,
you
nobody,
jump in.
nobody asked
You
her for
jump in.
nobody in this entire
No,
time that we've been
I
talking
didn't say
taking
asked
Ace
for
that
was
another
seriously, huh?
person's perspective. Nobody. Are you really trying to say that, princess?
Ace.
Everybody
And
need
number
to
two, hold
laugh,
on. And
man.
number two.
Ace,
Hold on. So
I
I'm
did
not
not
trying
want
to.
to say
I'm
Ace
not
was
saying.
your opinion.
Hold on, princess. So
Ace is a woman.
you're telling me, right? So I've never tried to understand the other side, but I'm literally actively listening and even using your own words. But
You're
I'm not trying to
listening.
understand the other
you-
perspective somehow.
You're
I'm not trying to be
listening, but
knowledgeable.
how you're being knowledgeable, being like, so what you're saying is, and then basically trying to make it seem
So
like
me
she
asking
did
to you to clarify what you mean is not trying to
You
understand you.
didn't say
clarify.
that.
You're
That
You
has
not
to be the
said,
most
asking to
contradictory thing I've
clarify.
ever
you
heard.
You're
just
not
said,
asking to
what do you mean
clarify.
by that?
You're not asking to clarify. You
That's not
literally
a question.
you're trying to explain what you think she or me or what we're saying. You're trying to explain what you think we're saying, and that's not what we're saying.
Ace
So
knows because he's women.
Shut the fuck up, G.
how was asking the question an
All
explanation?
right, Ace, you could have said, what do you mean by
Woman
this,
to
Yeah,
this,
I'm
and
woman
the
in
telling
other?
you
crime.
what
What do you
I'm
mean
telling
by
you
this?
from what I
You
understand from
couldn't
what you're saying, and you can correct me. That's literally what a person does when they want to clarify something. Well, want something clarified.
And then when she
So
tried to correct you, so which one is it? You leading them on? You want to talk?
because you
Like,
contradicted yourself, you
it's
said at
not
one. Well, hold on, not a contradiction. So when I asked you one time, hey, why don't you just ask a person this or this? She said, I don't want to be saying it's easy. And then later she says she does ask
No, I
people.
didn't
That
say
is a
that. I
contradiction.
said, why? You said, why
Oh,
don't we
now it's
just?
not you didn't say that, despite me the fact
No, you said,
quoting
oh
exactly
my
what you
god,
said.
you said, why do we take so long to do
That's
the
one of the
picture or
things I've
whatever?
said.
And I said, we don't want to be seen as easy. You said, why don't we go up there and just shoot our shot? I said, because most of the time we're aggressive.
Hold on.
I
That
said
was
we're
someone else that
aggressive.
said, why don't you shoot your shot? I just asked you, why don't you just ask what your
Y'all so
intentions are?
invested in this story, bro.
Oh yeah, I'm like, of course I'm invested in this. I want to. That's how you gain knowledge.
You want to prove your point that you're right. That's
How
you
am
want
I
to do
trying to
that.
prove a point and win a debate when I said that's not what I'm trying to do?
Hey
Or they
yo,
just hate each
Leah Princess, good looks for y'all being good sports, man. That's why I love y'all. I
oh,
appreciate
that's what I
y'all.
said. I said earlier, but if you know Ace, like I know Ace, you can come on now.
I
No,
appreciate
His
y'all.
He's
tone,
paid.
Any other
we're
his
girls
supposed to
will
move
tone.
be
on,
like
bro.
on that bullshit, like, oh, I'm not gonna talk to these
I think we
niggas
was
no
moving
more
on,
type shit.
bro.
Nah,
Yeah, I
his
see what
tone.
you said.
I can name a couple.
So
He don't
I
bother me
appreciate
like
both of y'all.
that. But I
Wow.
said I can't win an argument though. I will agree. I can't win an argument. Can't. I
Matter
give
of
He
up.
fact,
can't win an argument because he will go on and
Nigga
on,
just
and
kept
nobody
going.
wants to
because
hear
Ace
that.
is always
I
in the
thought
right.
I thought we were ending this though.
No, it's over. It's
No,
over.
it's
It's over,
over.
man.
This is
Please
our
conclude.
reaction.
Hey yo,
No,
Ace, I need you to do
no,
something. Ace,
no conclusions, bro.
tell them too that you love them, and they need to tell them they need
Oh
to
hell
say.
no!
Y'all need to
Nah,
say y'all
bro.
love him.
No!
Nah,
No!
nah. Tell Ace you love him.
No,
Say
Tell
it.
Ace you love him.
no.
Need a
Nah,
group
what?
Leave
Ace,
hug.
keep
Levi.
that dub.
We need a group hug, okay?
Why the hell Marvin's room played in my ear?
In here.
That's my voice. Southern Rose say,
What the fuck?
bitches in my old phone.
Nigga, turn that
Said
shit
he
off.
really good guy.